the practice of the Bhagavad Gita, day number 44. And today we are going to go to the 27th shlok of the 6th adhyay, chapter 6, verse 27. Okay, let me read it. Prashantamanasam hyenam yoginam sukhamuttamam upaiti shantarajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham. For to the yogi whose mind is perfectly serene, who is sinless, whose passion is subdued, and who is identified with Brahma, the embodiment of truth, knowledge, and bliss, supreme happiness comes as a matter of course. In this shlok, Bhagwan is giving the qualifications. He's been giving the qualifications in almost all the shloks that we have done. And he keeps repeating the same thing again and again, so that by repetition at least, we can remember what we need to do as sadhanas to attain that state of supreme bliss. So Bhagwan is giving the qualifications once again. How can we attain supreme happiness? In other words, moksha. But the thing is that everyone does not have moksha as a goal. Even here in Siva, it's not a goal that everyone is pursuing. Some people may find that moksha is too distant a goal or too abstract. It's so non-tangible, and they have other more immediate goals that they may need to pursue that will give them immediate happiness right here, right now. They don't want to wait for, after they die and they'll get moksha and all that. So they want immediate happiness. Although knowing very well that immediate happiness from worldly pursuits is also a temporary happiness, but it's okay, that's the goal. The thing is, these same qualifications that Bhagwan is giving for supreme bliss, these same qualifications, if you make them part of your practice, they can also help you to achieve immediate happiness, temporary happiness, happiness in material things also. It all depends on what you want. You could be happy pursuing temporary immediate happiness, or you might want to go a little further down the line and attain supreme permanent anand, bliss. So today, these 5 action points, which can give you success in any goal. I say any goal, spiritual or worldly goal. So let's go to the first qualification Bhagwan has given. For the yogi whose mind is perfectly serene. So the mind needs to be perfectly serene. Now, to achieve any goal, spiritual or material, your mind needs to be focused. Your mind needs to be concentrating on the work that you're doing, on the sadhana that you're doing. If the mind is continuously getting disturbed by rag or dvesh or anger or jealousy or desires, whatever. There's continuous vikshepa in the mind, there's continuous agitation in the mind, then it's not possible to attain even a worldly goal. So whether it's worldly goal or spiritual goal, we must keep the mind 100% focused on the work that we are doing, whether it's spiritual work or worldly work. So the first sadhana for keeping the mind perfectly serene would be to remove the mal, which is there in the antakaran. How to remove the mal? By doing all actions in karma yog bhav. So the first sadhana is karma yoga. The second qualification Bhagavan is giving here is that we need to be sinless, no sin. So how does sin happen? Sin happens when we do actions which are not recommended in the Vedas, or they are contradictory to the recommendations of the Vedas. And when we do any action, good, bad, contrary, or recommended by the Shastras, there is always a consequence to the action, right? And we call that consequence karma. So if we are doing things which are not according to the Shastras, we will be doing a sin. And if we do a sin, we are going to incur karma for that. So what should we do? Because we want to exhaust all our karmas, right? If you want supreme bliss, you need to exhaust your karmas. So do all your actions according to dharma. So that's your second sadhana. Do actions according to your dharma. The third qualification Bhagavan is giving is that passion is subdued. Passion is subdued. Passion means desire. Desires are born out of rajogun, rajas. Desire is a rajasic feeling. So when there is desire born out of rajogun, our mind is continuously in a state of greed or lack or anger if not met, desire is not met, or jealousy if someone has got more than us, or pride if we have got more than them. So all these disturbances are happening because of desires. Desires are happening because of rajogun, rajas. So if we want to arrive at our chosen goal materially or spiritually, we need to move out of rajas into sattva, because sattva will help us stay balanced. So the third sadhana is choose sattvic inputs for all your 5 sense organs. You must be realizing that as we go through all these shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita, the same sadhanas come up again and again and again, because there are several roads to one goal, and that's all. I mean, you cannot have another directional approach to a particular goal. And Bhagavan is continuously reminding us of these sadhanas, so that at some time or the other, by doing them, reminding ourselves again and again, and doing it again and again, we will stay on the path and reach our goal. The fourth qualification Bhagavan is giving us is that we need to be identified with Brahma, Sat, Chit, Anand. So obviously, if our goal is adhyatmic, if our goal is moksha, if our goal is supreme happiness, understanding our true identity, aham brahmasmi, I am not the body, identifying with Brahma is a prerequisite. It goes without saying. But what about those whose goal is not adhyatmic? Should they be identifying with Brahma? Should they be even bothering with, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am that supreme being? Should they be bothered with that? I think so. Because understanding one simple, beautiful fact, that everyone is actually a divine being. And all of us, divine beings, are playing temporary roles as a human being. And if that idea is, clearly understood in the mind, and you identify it, even though it may be theoretical, a lot of the struggle and strife, the discordant, issues that happen between people will completely disappear. So to continuously remember that you are a spiritual being, you are a divine being, and you're just playing a temporary role in a drama, the role of a human being, then you will be able to work towards your material goal also with peace, serenity, quietness, and ease. So for that, your sadhana obviously is to attend satsang and practice swadhyaya, study, because this is an intellectual sadhana. And finally, Bhagavan says, supreme happiness comes as a matter of course. All right, that means it comes easily. So if you are pursuing anything materially in the world, we have to work hard. You cannot get anything free in the world, right? All your material goals, you will have to work hard for them, isn't it? You will work hard to get them. Then you have to work hard to protect them. You have to work hard to preserve them. So getting a material goal is hard work, very hard work. And you know, the bigger the goal, the harder you have to work, the more you have to work, the more intensely you will be working. But if your goal is adhyatmic, if your goal is spiritual, and you follow the rules of the Shastras, Bhagwan is guaranteeing it to us. Bhagwan is granting it to us that you just follow the rules, and as a matter of course, you will get supreme happiness, supreme bliss. And you know, on the path of spirituality, as you keep moving further and further, and the goal becomes bigger and bigger, like first we just want to get rid of our avguns, then we want to strengthen our sadguns, so it becomes bigger and bigger, and then we want to get moksha, biggest goal. And as you go down this path and the goal is getting bigger and bigger, the work gets less and less, because on the path itself, you start feeling the joy, and you don't feel it as if it is hard work. It comes as a matter of course. Automatically, you start feeling the joy, you start feeling the ease of life, you start feeling that everything is just falling into place only because we are following the rules of the Shastras. So sublimate, your sadhana is to sublimate your material happiness for spiritual happiness. And Bhagwan is guaranteeing to you it will work. More tomorrow.